Alright, so welcome to our lesson for today. And our topic for this video is all about Microsoft Office Excel. And our target objectives at the end of this lesson would be first, familiarize with the most commonly used functions in Microsoft Excel. Use several conditional functions available in Microsoft Excel and use Microsoft Excel as a viable tool in market research and product development. What is a spreadsheet? Do you have any idea of what is a spreadsheet? What is a spreadsheet? It is an effective tool for keeping track of all sort of data like student attendance, scores, and ratings, a list of major purchases, and amounts. It deals with data, numbers, analyzations, and so on. It is also a computer equivalent of a paper ledger sheet, and it consists of a grid made of columns and rows. It is an environment that can make number manipulation easy and somewhat painless. If you are taking accounting or accountancy, you'll be able to um, familiarize what is a paper ledger. Right? This is where you do the balance sheet, okay, for accounting. So this is looks like your paper ledger paper, or a sample of paper ledger, I mean. And this is also your computerized spreadsheet or a software, right, in a computer that we use for calculations also or manipulating data. So what are the uses of a spreadsheet? Of course, we use it for household taxes. We use it also for grading sheets like teachers, professors, or instructors in computing the grades of their students. For income taxes, inventories of items or products in a market or in a shop, mortgage payments, I mean to say, they use this spreadsheet to analyze the mortgage payments of their clients, okay, so that they are um, monitoring or have the track, okay, of the payment for the mortgage, and analyzing of data. And we have two types of spreadsheet. Okay? The first one is a manual, which is using or creating a worksheet on a ledger or columnar paper using a pencil or pen, a calculator, and eraser. And we have also the other type of spreadsheet, which is an electronic. So we need to say we use a computer program or a software spreadsheet, okay, that makes the basic task much easier. With this, we have two inventors, right, who developed or invented the spreadsheet, and we have Dan Bricklin and Bob Frankston, who developed the spreadsheet in 1979, and they created the first spreadsheet software, which is named VC Calc. What is a spreadsheet program? So we have spreadsheet program that generates a user's worksheets on screen and enables him or her to embed hidden formulas that perform visible calculations. So meaning to say, it automatically, right, do the calculations when you created the formula to compute the problem or the numbers. And we have these several examples of a spreadsheet program or a spreadsheet software. So we have his VisiCalc, which is the first spreadsheet. We have the Lotus 123, We have the Apple iWork numbers for Mac users or Apple users, and we have the Microsoft Excel for the Windows operating system. And we have this OpenOffice.org help for the open source, or meaning to say for a free version of spreadsheet program. There are other examples also of a spreadsheet program online. One of this is the Google Sheets, okay, that we can use also for manipulating data and calculations. And we have here, alright, so one of the common and famous example of spreadsheet program, which is the MS Excel. When we say MS Excel, it is an application program commonly used for budgets, forecasting, and other finance-related tasks. It is also a spreadsheet program that lets you, organize, analyze, and present data easily and efficiently. What are the important features of MS Excel? First one, we can enter data to create a worksheet. We can also format the data in cells, rows, or in columns. We can also process the data. We can sort it and get the subtotal and validate or have the validation of the data. We can also apply some password protection so that the other users cannot copy or manipulate or edit, your worksheet. We can work with numbers, formulas, and functions. And also we can create charts. And last, we can cut and paste data from one cell to another cells or from worksheet to another. So we have characteristics of an MS Excel. First one, it has 16,384 columns and 1,048,576 rows. It has also a built-in functions that perform standard calculations, meaning to say it's a pre-templated formulas that we can use, to calculate or compute some from common to complex calculations. And it provides also graphic capabilities and variety of formatting options for printed pages and text, numeric values and captions and legends and graphs. Some definition of terms in Microsoft Excel that you can encounter when learning MS Excel. We have the workbook, so it is a file in which you work and store your data. It contains one or more worksheets. So by default, so we have this workbook, and it has a one or more worksheets that you can find here at the bottom. So it indicates there is sheet 1, sheet 2, or sheet 3. So you can add more if you want to, or you can delete some of this. And by default, the file name, of a workbook is book 1. If it is the first time that you open your workbook. And next we have this worksheet. It is organized into a rectangular grid of cells containing columns and rows. So we call this worksheet, where you put in your data in your cells, And we have your cell. So it is a rectangular form by the intersection of rows and columns. So each cell has a unique cell address. So like for this example, the cell address of the selected cell is B3. And we have here also the active cell. So when we say active cell, it is the cell that you click, alright, it displays a thick border where you enter information into the cell. Meaning to say it's ready, alright, for entering data. And we have again, of course, the cell reference, or what we call cell address. So it is the location of each cell in worksheet. It consists of a column letter followed by a row number. For this example, alright, the cell address or cell reference is C3. And we have also cell range. It is a group of cells that can be acted upon with Excel command. So here's an example of selected cell range. Meaning to say it could be a group of cells that is being selected. And we have also the function wizard, a dialog box that enables you to build formulas by using Excel's built-in functions. And we have this MS Excel screen element or parts of the MS Excel environment. So we have your name box, you have your quick access toolbar, ribbon tabs, ribbon, formula bar, the column letters or what we call column header. We have also the active cell border, row numbers or row header, the sheet tab, status bar here, zoom slider, and so on. Another parts of an Excel screen element. Here are the definition of each parts. So we have the name box. It displays the active cell address or the name of the selected cell, range, or object. Then we have also the office button. This is from the old versions of MS Excel. Okay, so but now it was replaced by a file tab. And you have also your quick access toolbar, like with the other MS Office program, right? We can also have the quick access toolbar where we can find some shortcut menu or commands such as save, undo, and redo buttons. You can also customize or modify which commands you want, right, to add on your quick access toolbar. And of course, we have the title bar. So again, it displays the name of your workbook file. So by default, right, the file name is book 1. We have also the column letters or column heading. Okay. And we have the column. It's a vertical block of cells identified by a unique alphabetical letter. And we have your formula bar located above the worksheet where it displays the content of the active cell. So it can be used also if you want to enter or edit data and formulas on your worksheet. And we have the tab list also. So again, for the tab list, we have the home tab, insert tab, the page layout, the formulas tab or the formula tab. Alright, so in this tab it contains commands for dealing with the most powerful aspect of Excel, formulas and functions. Here you can insert functions, track down errors in formulas, and control the way in which Excel deals with formulas and carries out his calculations. So in other words, right, it performs calculations. So for the formula tab, it has all the tools that you need for creating formulas and functions. And we have also the data. So let's you get information from outside data source or what we call database. So you can analyze it in Excel. So it also includes tools for dealing with large amounts of information like sorting, filtering, and subgrouping, right, the data in your worksheet. And we have also the view, just like with the other MS Office also, right? It is used for proofing tool or spell checker. It has also a button that lets you add comments to a worksheet and manage revisions or for editing. We have also the view tab. And of course, we have the ribbon. And we have your zoom control, and that is understandable and explainable. And we have the page view buttons in Excel also, but with here we can change, all right, the displayed view of your worksheet. Either could be, sorry, for the page view, it could be page layout view, um, worksheet view, and we have the active cell indicator. So this is a dark outline indicates the currently active cell where you can enter information into the cell. And we have also the status bar, the rows, row number or row heading. So again, we have 1,048,576 rows for each workbook or worksheet, I mean. Then we have the sheet tab curl buttons. So this button lets you scroll the sheet tabs to display tabs that aren't visible. Right, the sheet tab also by default there are 3 worksheet and an Excel file. So with this tab you can create or add more tab on your workbook. You can also rename the worksheet or the sheet tab by just clicking or double clicking the sheet tab or right click on your sheet tab. So here's a glimpse of the parts of MS Excel window. I'm moving around in a worksheet. So we have different forms of mouse pointer in MS Excel, and it is very important for you to know also the different mouse pointer and what are their functions. Okay. So first one, we have the arrow pointer. So pointer for menus or moving a selection. So we use this, alright, for pointing some of the commands or tools or menus or moving a selection on your workbook or worksheet. And we have also the thick cross pointer, general pointer for selecting cells singly or in groups. So we use this to select cells, alright, either individual cell or cell range or a group of cell. And we have also the I-beam, so used to edit text with a formula bar. So this pointer appears when your mouse pointer rests on the name box and fun box, meaning to say if we have this, our data is ready to edit. And we have the fill handle. We use this to copy the cell content to another cells, or use this at the bottom right of selection to extend and fill in data on a selected cells, alright, are shown by means of a heavy border as shown for this example. And we have the double arrow, so we use this to change the dimension or measurement of your rows or columns. So you can drag it, alright, to change, alright, the dimension or the measurement of your eye. If you want to make it bigger so that it could fit to the content on that cell. Okay, same goes with the rows. So navigating within a worksheet. Alright, so using the mouse, you can use the vertical and horizontal bars if you want to move to an area of the screen that is not currently visible. To move a different worksheet, just click on the tab below the worksheet. We can also use the keyboard by pressing the arrow keys or page up and page down to move to a different area of the screen. We can also the keyboard shortcut key, right, which is the control home, will take you to cell A1, or control page down, which will take you to the next worksheet, or use control plus, and page up for the preceding worksheet. So here are some other shortcut keys to navigate within a worksheet. Right, how to enter, edit, move, and delete data in a worksheet and save your workbook. In a spreadsheet, there are three basic types of data that can be entered. So it could be labels, so it could be text with no numerical value. We have the constants, mean to say it's just a plain number, constant value. And we have the formulas or formula, that is a mathematical equation used to calculate. So here are some examples of each type of data that we can enter, right, on your cell. Labels are text entries. So mean to say they do not have any value associated with them. So just a text. Like for this example, you have the computer ledger, car loan, interest, number of payments, and monthly payment. Here are some of your labels. Okay. And we have the constant. So here are these are specific fixed value, okay, numbers. So here are an example of a constant value on this example. And we have the formulas. For this example, we have this math equation. Step in entering data in a worksheet. So here are the steps on entering data on your worksheet. Here where we can enter data, so we can use the formula bar or the cell itself. Alright, what is the difference of pressing enter and tab in entering data? When we press enter, it moves to the next cell down. And when we use tab, it moves to the next cell to the right. Alright, sorting. Sorting is the process of putting a list of a group of items in a specific cell. So we can arrange the data according to your preferences. Okay, like we can sort it in ascending order or descending order. We can also do this sorting if you want to regroup or rearrange, okay, the data. Okay, and we have the formula. Alright, it helps you calculate and analyze data in your worksheet. So it always begins with an equal sign. So don't forget that, okay? A formula always begins with an equal sign. Without this, it will not calculate or do the calculations on your cell. So it is an equation that performs operations on a worksheet data. So order of calculation. So we have this M dash, okay? This is just an example. Alright, so four types of operators in MSI Excel. So we have this arithmetic, text, comparative, and reference. So here are the signs or symbols that we use for each operators. So we have here the arithmetic operator. We have the comparison operator also. The text operator, we have the ampersand. And other types of operator. Functions. So we have these parts of a function. So that we have the equal sign, the function name, and the argument. Arguments refer to both individual cells and cell ranges and must be enclosed within parentheses. So you can include one argument or multiple arguments depending on the syntax required for the function. So we have this example. So here are some commonly used functions. So you have the count, sum, if, average,